I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, today we're going to talk about the Serayah and Joey B breakup. Now, I don't know if I should classify this video as a preference to baby mama pipeline or something else because Serayah identifies as biracial, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I made a video about Serayah last year called Another Baby Mama Pipeline or Nah. And I called out the very obvious mistakes that she was making. But to give y'all some background information, Serayah was in a relationship with Jacob Lattimore for a long time and then popped out with Joey B. And in my opinion, she jumped out of the frying pan right straight into the fire. Because she said on Jason Lee's show that essentially Jacob Lattimore was wasting her time because after dating him for 3 or 4 years and asking what they were doing or trying to get clarity on the relationship, he said that they were chilling. And in my opinion, after wasting 4 years of your life with the man, that's just a crazy thing to say. And then it's even crazier because after you dealt with all of that, why the heck would you get into a relationship with a man who publicly said this?
You said you wanted, it was like, Joey Badass says he wants two wives.
Yeah, that was that's how I felt in the moment. It's not anything that I'm like seeking. It's like an option to buy though. You know what I mean? Just kind of had to put that disclaimer out there to the world. Like,
love it.
By the way, you know, I think I'm fully capable of
by the way,
being in such situation.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I believe that most of us, we're out here, right? We're dating, and if you're not in like an exclusive partnership with someone, then it's kind of a form of polyamory. That you say that because like for me, like I feel like when I'm in a relationship, what makes me happy is feeling like I'm still free. The moment that I start to feel confined, like I might not even want to mess with anybody else, but just the idea of feeling like I can't, or like that's completely off limits, like that confines me and
you're
break
claustrophobic.
free.
You want to get out. You want to get out of that
Rather
box.
than
And love is claustrophobic. It doesn't want to be confined.
And I also remember when the Shade Room posted this video, I think it was last year, and it looked like, you know, she was very upset that they were arguing, you know, Joey Badass and her, and, you know, you could see he was really telling her something. I don't know what he was telling her, but he was telling her something and she was really crying, weeping. You know, he was making no moves to comfort her at all, in my opinion. It didn't look like he gave two craps about anything that she was going on. But what I noticed is that as they were being filmed, he still wasn't caring because I don't think that he was aware of the camera. But you can see, like, once he looks up and seems to be aware that someone is filming them, I think it's like right in there. Like you can see like he's like looking behind her back and he sees that somebody's filming. That's when he reaches in to grab her and console her. So he ain't really care, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I just want to say that men that say things like this openly will never change. They will never believe that being monogamous is healthy and or a normal component of a healthy relationship. They may even backtrack on their statements or not be that public with their statements anymore because they realize that openly saying this type of thing will cause them to lose access to certain women and even certain intelligent women, mind you. But they will always believe that inside, and those will be the men that will cheat on you eventually. And I also feel like dating a man that already has a child and a baby mama that he didn't marry, what do you think that is going to happen to you? Especially when it's alleged that the baby mama was trying to do whatever to keep her man and her family together. And I really think that women have got to stop thinking that a man isn't going to treat him the way he has treated the previous woman because she's superior in some way. Because it's never that. It's never that. Because clearly he thought something good about her too, which is why he was with her. So whether you like her or not, or whether you think she's as pretty as you or not, she is up to par with you, whether you want to believe that or not, because he thought so. That's why he was messing with her. Your opinion doesn't matter. Now, Serayah announced her breakup with Joey B and said that he cheated on her during some of the most meaningful moments in her life. And I'm going to read y'all what she posted on her Instagram. There comes a point in a woman's life when choosing herself is no longer an option, it becomes necessary. After much thought, I have made the difficult decision to end my engagement and relationship with the father of my child, Joey. I loved deeply, believed wholeheartedly in the life that we were building, and wanted nothing more than to protect our family. Unfortunately, I also had to face a painful truth. There had been repeated infidelity throughout our relationship, including during some of the most vulnerable and meaningful moments of my life. I share this not for sympathy, retaliation, or to publicly tear anyone down. I share it because too many women are taught to question themselves before they question what is happening right in front of them. If your intuition is telling you something is wrong, listen to it. Don't make yourself smaller to keep someone else comfortable. Don't compromise your values because you're afraid of losing the future you imagined. And don't allow someone else's choices to become a referendum on your worth. Love should not require you to abandon yourself. I will always respect the fact that we share a beautiful son, and my priority will be protecting his peace, privacy, and a relationship with both of his parents. For that reason, I won't be discussing the intimate details of our relationship publicly beyond what I have shared here. This chapter did not end the way that I prayed that it would, but endings can also be beginnings.
We have, this is your son's grandmother. This is your son's grandmother. Like, what are you talking about?
But I'm saying, like, the empathy to have is that she's embarrassed. Like, you have to realize that she's like, I was engaged, I had a child, people are asking me when I'm getting married, now I'm not going to be with him anymore. And it's just like, it's embarrassing. And she's taking it out on you instead of dealing with the fact that, like, and it's so crazy because I hate to say this to people because it's so, like, existential, but it's like, everything is finite in the end. Whether you guys separate because of death. No, but it's like, people need to hear that. But it's like, if everyone would just be like, God is your source, whatever God you pray to, and everything is finite. So just party while you're here, like whatever party means for you. You know what I mean? But like, you can be mad about this, and you can say bad things about him.
And what the?
So this one rapper I've seen 3 times this week. And he comes to my job today and he's like, hey, Janae. I said, hey. He said, what's going on? I'm like, nothing, working today, because the last time I saw him, we were all at my job drinking together. He didn't drink though. He's maybe he was doing sober January or something because he just had a spray. But his birthday is around this time. It's sometime this week. It was either today or a few days ago. I'm not going to get into it. But all the girls at my job are fine as hell, okay? We're all like good looking. And so my play sister at my job was his server, and he talked to both of us at the end of the service. He may or may not have got her number, I don't know, but he asked both of us, were we going next door to party with him for his birthday? And the crazy thing is, now his baby mama that he just had a baby with is popping up all up and down my TikTok feed. I didn't go, obviously, because I'm in the house. But I think it's just so funny how these men love to play family on the internet, and in real life, it's a scam.
I felt her pain through that statement. And honestly, I wanted to say something else. What I find is disgusting is that you have these beautiful women that these men engage in relationships with, and they have no good intentions for these women. They break them down, then leave them with baggage and abandon them. And the reason why they continue to do so is because there is always a woman that will sit there and be like, hey, pick me now. It's my turn now. I will mammy for you. And I promise you that I'll be better than her. And it's really, really disgusting. It's just like that goofy woman that was in the clips that I just showed y'all, sitting there talking to him and trying to make it seem like he isn't to blame. And really, what's crazy is that's why you hear a lot of men say older women have so much baggage. We don't want the women with baggage. We want women that haven't had the baggage. It's not because they plan on treating these other women correctly. They just want to be the first ones to give the baggage too. Because once a man is giving you some baggage or he's playing in your face, you know better. Well, most women end up knowing better the next time. So they just don't go for any and everything. And they want to do just that, be able to dog these women out, leave them with baggage, and then leave them and then walk away like it's nothing and then go sell dreams to the next woman. And even in that alleged video clip that I showed y'all of the young woman talking about Joey B is trying to flirt with the girls at her job and they're attractive and he's cheating and all of that. Now, I don't know if what she's saying is true or not, but I will say I wouldn't doubt it. And that's another reason, this is just a side note, why I don't like men that want to flirt, compliment other women, even like other women's pictures online, all of that, because women get an ego boost because someone else's man told them that they're pretty and flirted with them. And it's almost always a gateway or a pipeline to cheating. And it's really just disgusting. And I also wanted to mention something else. I really, really, really wish that Black women would stop falling for the aesthetic. Because I remember everyone, when they took these pictures, it was some pictures way back. Everyone was talking about, oh, she's fine, he's fine. They make the perfect couple and their couple goals. And you're making people couple goals simply because you like their outer appearance. A fine man doesn't make a good husband or a partner. It's not saying that he can't make a good husband, but what I'm saying is your looks is not the determining factor on whether you're a good man or a good person or not. Your looks are simply an outer shell that you don't even have control over. You was just born like that. And I also wish that a lot of women would understand that you should never have a baby by a man who is not your husband. Never. And I don't care if you've been engaged, you've been together forever. It don't matter. And I'm going to say this too for the people that are going to say what I'm about to say next. There are plenty of women that always get in my comments when I say things like this and they say, oh, you know what? You can be married and you can end up like this too. You can have the baby and then end up a single mother. So why does it matter? Why does it matter? You're right. It could happen to you, right? Even if you're married. But if that's the case, if a man that will go this step, marry you, get connected with you, have paperwork on him, you can have access to benefits, his money, all of that. If he will treat you that way, what do you think, or how much more do you think a man that hasn't married you, but he's impregnated you, and it's not in his character to make you his wife? What do you think he gonna do to you? That's all I'm saying. Think about it. It's all about mitigating risk. And then my thing is, you're getting pregnant, you're giving birth, you're going through postpartum. All of these things are truly hard experiences for women. Why would you do that for a boyfriend? Why would you do that for a man that you don't have any connection to and you can't get any benefits from this man in any way, shape, form, and fashion? And also, a lot of relationships fracture roughly a year and some change or less after having the baby, like in Serayah's case, because these men don't even have the desire to stick it out when things even get a little bit difficult. And why would he? He's not your husband. He can simply just walk away and leave you with the baby and come get the baby, every other weekend. And you're doing the majority of all of the hard work and labor. And actually, some men really show their true colors after they have impregnated you and you've given birth because they feel like they won. Offset style. And now you are essentially trapped and marked as unwanted or used goods due to having their child by these other men. And it's not to say that you are unwanted or used goods or anything like that, because I don't want any sister to think that I'm saying that, but they are trying to make you look unattractive to other men and maybe quality men or maybe men that you may want to be with. And also something that I wanted to say is if a man can walk away from one woman that he has impregnated, he can and will do it again. If a man is out here hooting and hollering about not being able to cheat and not being able to sit there and look at all of these other women, and he's not even considering his partner, and he's upset at not being able to have the option to smash random chicks, and he's saying that that's suffocating, that is a man that can and will play in your face. And these are the things that this man was on record as saying before she even got with him or had a child. She could have really avoided all of this. And my thing is, he was probably, this is just my opinion, all alleged, nothing factual, I don't know. But I feel like he was probably cheating during her pregnancy and during postpartum. And my thing is, women can't even have smacks for 6 weeks after giving birth. And you think a man that feel like he should be able to just smash random women, all this stuff any other time? So you think that he's really sitting there waiting patiently? without hitting something? Why you sitting there laid up in that bed, still bleeding on that little pad thing after you done given birth to this child? And that's disgusting, disgusting. But sadly, I think that you know the answer. And I really forgot to put in here my disclaimer that this video is just my thoughts and my thoughts alone. Everything is all alleged. Nothing is factual. I do not know any of these people. This is a commentary channel, and oftentimes I use clips and articles as part of my critical review, right along with fair use guidelines. So I just wanted to get that out there. But, and you know what I wanted to say too? Another thing is that black men like Joey B, who a lot of women find desirable, they end up being completely insufferable, sociopathic narcissists. Why? Why do you ask? Why does this happen? In my opinion, it happens because black men are already coddled and mammied by black women and also the black community as a collective. So what do you think is going to happen to a black man that a lot of black women find attractive? Because black women, when they find a man attractive, even when they don't, they go super mammy. Okay? So think about that. That man is getting all type of coddling and mammying that is going to make him be very entitled. But nonetheless, even when I just look at him, he seems a little mean to me. And I don't like a mean man. I need to look at your face and see a smile in your eyes and in your tone. But that's just me. The men that got that little evil / mysterious / they just looking like they not nice. That's not cute, y'all. And so many women think it's cute. I don't want no man with resting itch face, okay? But let me just say, I really do feel sorry for Serayah. But like I said earlier, she has made several crucial mistakes that left her in the position that she is in now. And I just want to say it again because my goal is not to take pleasure in anyone's pain. It really isn't. All it is for Serayah to be a cautionary tale so that the regular, average, everyday black woman and black girl, that you can avoid these mistakes. Because what I say on this channel all the time is smart black women, smart black girls learn from the mistakes of other people. You don't have to go through it. You don't have to get beat on. You don't have to get unalived. You don't have to get baby mamaed. You don't have to get left with baggage. If you watch this channel and listen to the things that I say and you look at other people as examples of what not to do, then your life will be going great. And unfortunately, Serayah is a cautionary tale. So let me just say this again so that we don't avoid these mistakes. Number one, don't have a baby by a man that has a baby mama if you don't have any children. Do not do that. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care what mistakes he told you he made. I don't care what side story he gave you. I don't care if he said she's the most evil woman in the world. He couldn't help it. Don't do it, please. And even if you do have children, don't have a child or don't get in a relationship with a man that has more than one baby mama. Don't do it. Or even if she's his ex-wife, don't do it. If that man has more than one of those, don't do it. Number two, if a man will abandon another woman who has had a child by him, he can and will do it to you. You are not special. Number three, never be in a relationship, please, with a man that believes that monogamous relationships are suffocating. And he believes that I don't care what he tells you is that he's going to be faithful. He's changed his mind. Don't do it. Any man that after he has said that monogamous relationships are suffocating or he doesn't want to feel trapped, he doesn't want to feel confined, he's definitely open to the poly lifestyle. If he comes and tells you, oh no, I changed my mind because you're just so awesome and you're just so amazing, you're just so beautiful. The lies he tells. Any change to that or any proclamations of you being the one and that's the reason why, usually those are made only to pacify you and keep you on board. I promise you he's still going to play with you. And I want to say this. I just want to say this because I don't want people to think that I am taking pleasure in a woman's pain. I'm like, oh, that's what you get. It's not that. I feel sorry for her. But ignoring red flags and not taking men at their actions, and not sitting there and listening to the things that they say that may make you like, oh, I didn't like that he said that, but I'm going to go ahead and ignore that because I like him. Don't do that, period. Because if a man tells you what he really desires in a relationship and he says that it's multiple women and he come and tell you, no, he ain't mean it like that, girl, come on now. Because if you ignore these things, you will be left a single baby mama with baggage and emotional trauma every single solitary time. Anytime I tell women on this channel that you should really judge men, a lot of black women give me pushback on it, and I never understand why. Because black women are being judged for everything. The way you look, the way your hair is, what your makeup is, what your career is, how many kids you got, what's your body count, judging everything, even things that we can't control. And yet you want to be Mrs. Graceful to all of these men out here? Make it make sense. What? And something else I wanted to say is my mother always told me that the reason why it seems that beautiful women are sometimes even dogged out more by men, because you know how you will see like on, let's say, no disrespect, but you know, like My 600-Pound Life or whatever. You'll see these women, they got a man that's out there bringing them 18 buckets of chicken, washing their fat rolls on the porch, waiting on them hand and foot and doing all of this stuff. And you be like, I'm single. What's up with this? I will tell you, this is what my mother always told me. She said the reason why it seems that, you know, women that are like that get more love than like, you know, some of the most beautiful women that you would assume that wouldn't be treated like that. This is what she told me. She told me that it's because the men that are able to attract top tier women, and it's usually because, and it's weird because it's because they can have access to those top tier women that they treat them poorly. Because number one, it's like a dime a dozen to them. Like these beautiful women are nothing, but also to humble these beautiful women to say, yes, you are the top women that are out here in society, but look at how I treat you. I will humble you, because men are always trying to humble women. And if you notice, a lot of times men really go hard with trying to humble attractive and beautiful women. And that's why. And also, you already know how much men love to impress other men. So they also do that to show these other men that they're dominant. Say, look at me, look at me. I'm able to have access to women that you're not able to have access to. And look at how I treat them. You see, I'm the man because look at how I treat this 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's like actually sick and twisted, but I don't know. It's just a thought, y'all. But I'm going to say this one more time. I really do feel sorry for her. And I hope that she learns from this. She takes care of her son and she doesn't allow Joey B to have access to her in a romantic capacity ever again. Because if she did, that would just be ultimately foolish and stupid. And in my opinion, Joey B will find another woman who believes that she is the exception, and he will play in her face too. Just like y'all heard the video recording of the dumb girl that's over there trying to act like he's not the person in the wrong. Like, ugh. And, you know, even with whatever woman that he eventually pops out with again, either that woman will stay to prove a point to Serayah or to the world, or she'll leave too. Or here's another thing, or he might not even do that. He might pop out with 3 or 4 goofy heifers in some type of bogus, BV-ridden, polygamous relationship, aka Neo. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. Because the fact that them 3 ladies is sitting there letting that big bucky head man play with them, you know, big mega-minded. You know what? Let me stop, because that's going to put me down another road, y'all. So let me cut it here. I digress. If you watched this whole video and you truly enjoyed it, then please do me a favor and drop a 2 down below in the comments, because Joey B is boo. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Follow your girl on TikTok, okay? Follow your girl on my second channel, Certified Overreactions. If you haven't followed me here on this YouTube, become a part of the family if you haven't already. And if you really want to help your girl, become a member if you can. I do have exclusive live streams over here. Also, hype your video up, or hype your girl's video up. And if you really want to be messy, you can follow me on Patreon, because I do have exclusive messy live streams over there, and also uploads that I cannot show anywhere else. And as always, ladies, I do all of this for y'all because I don't want to see another black woman or another black girl hurt, harmed, disrespected, or baby mamaed if I can help it. Not on my watch, okay? So anyway, y'all, I'm just playing. I'm doing too much. So if you really did enjoy this video and you want to let me know what you think about it, please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.